Hmm. Good morning. My name is Pujita and I'm from ECE section. So today my topic is about HIPERLAN and I'm going to give a presentation on HIPERLAN. So what is meant by the HIPERLAN? So HIPERLAN, and it's abbreviated as High Performance Local Area Network. It is emerged in 1991 with the goal of achieving the high data rates than IEEE 802.11 standard. So it is a wireless standard derived from traditional LAN environment. It supports both multimedia and asynchronous data effectively at high data rates of 23.5 Mbps per second. So primarily it is a European standard alternative for IEEE 802.11 standard, which was published in 1996. So later it is defined by European Telecommunication Standard Institute. So it does not require any type of access point infrastructure for its operation, although an LAN extension. So actually the second version was introduced in 2000. Second version was introduced in 2000. And this version is designed as a fast wireless connection, and it can be used with various networks such as UMTS, backbone, ATM, IP networks. So ATM means asynchronous transfer mode. So it can also be used for the home network, and it supports a data rate of about up to 54. It supports up to 54 Mbps per home network. So such a useful local area network, it is the HIPERLAN. And next, coming to its characteristics. It uses cellular based data network to connect to an ATM backbone. The motive of HIPERLAN is to provide an infrastructure or ad hoc wireless with low mobility and small radius. It supports isochronous traffic and with low latency. So what is with low latency? Low latency, it is nothing but it takes place with very minimum time. It doesn't take very large time, maximum time in order to send the messages, right? So, and there is no traffic, very less traffic. And it can support both multimedia and asynchronous data rates as high as 23.5 megabits per second, and it employs the frequencies from 5.15 gigahertz to 1.71 gigahertz. So next, it ranges from 50 meters. Mobility is less than 10 meters per second, and it uses the topology of ad hoc and infrastructure networks. So as I said that home network and it supports a data rate of 54 megabytes per second. So coming to here, it uses the topology of ad hoc and infrastructure, right? So what is meant by the ad hoc and infrastructure? Actually, these two are wireless topologies. So ad hoc means the devices will communicate with each other directly. Like we have the example mentioned here, MANET. MANET means mobile ad hoc network. It is the communication or combination of the mobile devices where the mobile devices will communicate with each other. So here this SPAN. SPAN is nothing but the next example. It is the SPAN. SPAN means wireless ad hoc network created on smartphones via existing technologies like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, right? So coming to infrastructure. Infrastructure means the devices will communicate with each other by through an access point or wired network. But ad hoc without any, like it doesn't rely on the routers, also doesn't take support of routers or any access point, but infrastructure it takes. So that's the difference between the ad hoc and infrastructure. So next one, it is HIPERLAN. HIPERLAN and its components. So as I have HIPERLAN and its components. So this is about the HIPERLAN 1 reference model. This figure generally describes about the HIPERLAN 1 and its reference model. So as we have seen that this is an OSI model. OSI means it is an open system intercommunication model, which mainly characterizes on the communication, which characterizes about the function of the telecommunications. As I said that it consists of 7 layers. First layer, it is the application, presentation, session, transport and network, and data link and physical. So as coming to HIPERLAN here, HIPERLAN data link, it consists of 4 levels, that is LLC, MAC, that is mobile access, medium access layer, CAC, it is nothing but channel access and control, and physical layer. So usually the HIPERLAN defines with data link and the physical. So it consists of 2 sub layers, that is logical link layer and medium access layer. HIPERLAN deals with only MAC and physical layer. So the intermediate layer, which is the CAC, it is nothing but the channel access memory. This channel access control, actually not memory, channel access and control, which mainly deals with the channel access signaling and protocol operation required for the packet priority. Like packets are generally used because usually in telecommunication the messages, we have the packet switching in which the messages are being sent in the form of the packets. So for this channel access and control, it is mainly useful for it. So and next, it is the modulation which is mainly used by the HIPERLAN. It is OFDM. OFDM, it is nothing but it is an orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, because in which the single data stream, it is mainly split, it is mainly separated, and it is separated across the narrow band channels in order to remove the interference and the crosstalk. So it is implemented by using this orthogonal frequency division modulation. But the one disadvantages, it is of higher cost. It is of higher cost due to the amplifier it has been used in the OFDM. So due to that, it is very much higher, expensive. It is one of the disadvantages, but overall that it really supports very high data rate, and it's the goal of it is. So, and IEEE 802.11a and HIPERLAN. So what is the difference between the IEEE 802.11a and HIPERLAN is, it employs same OFDM technology. Like they both uses the same OFDM modulation technique, but they have same they uses the same OFDM technique, as in they have same physical layer, but they generally differ in the MAC layer, that is the medium access control. They generally differ in it, and everything it was the same. So that's the difference between the HIPERLAN and the 802.11 IEEE standard. So this is about the HIPERLAN and its components.